Hi Year 10, today I'm going to go through your assessment task on the economic and business environment. Before we get started, I just want to draw your attention to the due dates. It is due week 6, Tuesday the 17th of November at 8 a.m. and if you're going on field studies, your due date is Friday the 20th of November at 8 a.m. and both those submissions will be on the 10 Commas course Canvas page. Now, the idea with this assessment task is that you're going to explore one of the issues from this topic. Now, in a minute, we'll go through those areas that you can explore, but your job basically is to choose a partner, and with that partner, you're going to research one of the issues, and you're going to present that in electronic format. And before you start all of this, and once you've chosen your topic, you need to formulate an inquiry-based question. Now, that question is going to be a basis for your research and what you actually want to teach the person that's actually marking your assessment task. Now, we've put a few suggestions there. You don't have to use them, but they're just there for you to potentially expand on, take further, and might give you an idea about where you sort of want to head. Now, some of the examples we have is, why is the business life cycle so important for a business? How are we affected by supply and demand? Why do we have so many types of businesses? What role do entrepreneurs play in the economic and business environment? And we have a question there on the 5-sector model. Before you start your assessment task though, I just want you to be aware that your teacher must approve your question. We want the teacher to approve your question. I don't want you starting your assessment task and then we have to sort of bring it back, change your question, and then you have to start your assessment task again. So choose your partner, choose your topic, come up with a question, chat with the teacher, and then we can move on. Now, the details that we have here are, you're going to work in pairs. You can choose the person you work with, or your teacher will choose for you. The other thing that you need to be mindful of, if you're going to the Field Study Centre, please choose someone that is also going to the Field Study Centre. Research possible topics and select your economic and business issue from the list below. And you can see the list below there. So there's a whole bunch of areas that you may be interested in and you would like to explore further. Get the facts on the issue you select, and that's quite important. We want this to be factual, we want it to be relevant, we want you to teach the marker something. Decide on your style of presentation. So is it going to be a short movie? Is it going to be a news clip style? And that's left up to you and your partner, and then you can discuss that with your teacher further. Your presentation is to be 4 to 5 minutes in length. Anything beyond this, we're not going to consider, so we're not going to mark. Decide what you're going to say and communicate. So you might put together a script that you can work through with your partner. Complete the checklist on the next page, and I'll go through that checklist in a moment. Submit the scaffold, and I'll again go through that with you. And I want you to make sure that you include APA referencing for at least 3 reputable sources, and you can put those at the bottom of your scaffold. So like I said to you, you've got a whole list of topics there. There might be something there that you're particularly interested in and you want to explore that further, and maybe you, I guess, want to make it a little bit more relevant, maybe even for your age group. So it's more of an information presentation for someone of your age. So you're teaching somebody something. Now, the task requirements, I want it to be interesting. I want you to grab people's attention. Provide information on the importance of your issue. What's the impact on the economy? Or what impact does the economy have on your chosen area? Be creative, original, entertaining. Be informative. It says that includes only accurate and relevant information. I think that's quite important, and that's going to come from those reputable sources. Be careful when you're editing, so make sure that it sounds correct, it reads well, and so on and so forth. You complete it by the due date. The submission, again, is just going over the due dates there. Now, in regards to submission, this is the important bit. So you're going to submit your electronic presentation, clearly marked with both your names, so maybe that's at the beginning, your scaffold, and the APA reference list. So they're the three things that you're actually submitting. You will be given some time in class to go over this, and your teacher will regularly have a chat with you just to see where you're at, where you're going, where you may need some help. And please, please, please ask your teachers if you need that assistance. Now, this scaffold below is a 2-page document, and once you fill it out, it might get longer, but we will give you a copy of this. And we want you to start brainstorming. We want you to put your initial ideas down with your partner, where you might, obviously you're going to choose your partner, tick, your teacher will then sign it, you're going to choose your topic, you're going to have your inquiry-based question. Now, you might get to this point and think, I can't really think of any questions for the topic I've chosen. So this is where you go back to this point and you say, you know what, I'm going to choose another topic. I'm going to come up with another question because I feel that I can research more looking at that particular topic. You'll choose the style of presentation. What do we already know about the topic? So this is where you get some of the information that you went through in class with your teacher. What are we curious about? So why are you actually choosing this topic? What is it that you want to learn more about? And you know, this is how you're going to start thinking about where you would like to go with your presentation. What examples, case studies can you use? So what businesses are relevant, and where could you potentially even go to find these case studies? What is the current economic climate in Australia? So what does it look like? What are the economic problems that we can foresee for our problem? So I would think that we're looking at COVID potentially. I think COVID's going to come up quite a lot because COVID has really changed the landscape of our economic and business environment at the moment. What economic benefits can we foresee for the issue? So how has your business benefited from what's going on in the economy? How can we make our presentation creative? So this is where you put down all your whiz-bang ideas, and then you decide how we're going to tackle this. What is our presentation going to look like? And you might have a partner that is really tech savvy, and they might run with that, and then you could help them with the research. Any important facts that you think are going to be crucial to put into your presentation, and other thoughts and ideas. So this scaffold is going to be for both of you to write on. Your teacher is going to visit this with you regularly, and they will sign at the bottom of each of that box, just to make sure that we keep you on track and keep you accountable for what you're doing. We don't want anyone to fall behind. We don't want anyone to find that it's too hard for them, because if it's too hard for you, you need to go and see your teacher. We need to fix this before you move to the next step. The next page is looking at your assessment criteria, and basically this is how you're going to be marked, and your teachers will have this in front of them when they're marking your presentation, and they will check off accordingly, you know, where you sit along that continuum. So I hope that this has made it a bit clearer for you. Like I said, your teacher will go through this with you, but this recording is really important for when you're at home, you're not quite sure what you have to do, and you just need a little bit of advice. So go and see your teacher. I hope you enjoy this assessment. I'm looking forward to marking it. So happy researching. See you, boys.